This is Jocko Podcast number 33 with Echo Charles and me, Jocko Willink. Good evening, Echo.
Good evening.
People say there is a line. There's a line between good and evil, right and wrong, between light and dark. And that's a nice, clean way to think of things. But the line can be hard to recognize. It can get blurry. It can get twisted by emotion and passion and by one's own ego. And in war, that line is tested. It's pressed. It becomes even more blurry. It gets crossed and violated and sometimes abandoned. And we can see that throughout history, and we've talked about it here in the Japanese slave camps in Rwanda and My Lai. Those are a few examples, but there are thousands of them. And I've seen the line. And I've seen men approach the line, driven, filled with fury and with hate. And that fury needs an outlet. And if it gets a purchase, it can become unstoppable. But it can also be controlled, because there is a counter to all that evil. There is the man that steps up and says, no. No, not today, not here, not now. We will not do that. And the dichotomy of leadership and the dichotomy of war is so hard to balance. Soldiers are trained and tasked to kill. And yet they are also trained to be humane and fair and moral and good. So how does a warrior reconcile those opposing forces, that dichotomy? How does he know to balance?